Come on in. I'm Brenda, and I'm starting this live show. There are those who want to come on in and see me and listen to what I'm speaking on the issues today. There's a vast numbers of situations and circumstances of life to speak on. And when you're dealing with a lot, I mean, a lot of riffraff, a lot of, stuff that going on in your life. You got people that's, uh, depend on you. There's people that leeching off of you. There's people that's the hound dogging you. But, hey, life goes on, and, you got to be able to handle it, because this is my gig. This is my thing. And come on in. This is my platform. I'm Brenda, and I welcome you to come. And sometime in life, you got to blow off some steam to say, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's going on in my world. You know what I'm saying? Is those who try to get into the outsiders, from the outsiders trying to come on into your life, into your world, and you saying, look, you ain't, you just ain't my type. Sometimes in life you gotta tell somebody, you just ain't my type. You need to move around, or something of that nature. But I came today, to just speak on some basic issues of life. You hear those who looking for jobs and want a job, and mainly, you got to plan in today's marketplace. You got to plan for a job. You got to plan every day. I mean, if that's your thing, every day you going out looking for a job, that's your thing. But it can become tiresome where if you plan, if you plan your gig, looking for something that you want to have, an extra job in your life if you ain't got one, is to plan for it, because it's hot out there. You got to stay hydrated. You can't pass out looking for a job, and you got to be on the aware that. And today is Friday. But I know this, Thursday is a good time to go, look for a job. Thursday, everybody be, the weekend is coming, people feeling good about the weekend is coming, and you can get hired during that time. Thursdays on a good day is a real good time to go out there and to kind of, put your application in or check on your application. When you put them applications in, you got to go back and check on them. You got to check on them and see, it has the open and closed. Because you out there looking for a job, it can be open, they'll receive, and matter of fact, everything is online. That's got to be a mom and pop or a beginning of a job for it to for you to walk in our business of operation, walk into the business and fill out an application. But you can, they tell you anyway to go online. And how many times do they have to tell you to go online for you to know, hey, go online and fill out your job. You want this thing, go online. And another thing, it's nice to be out there looking for one, but it makes a whole lot of sense to try to get into your own business, get into your own thing, become your own boss. Yeah. A lot of these young folks, they know that. Let me see what's up here. Oh no, me? This is. Am I looking for a job? This is a job. You got to know a job when you see a job, baby. This is a job right here, right here. I've already landed one. Being here amongst you all on the platform, it is a job. It's a gig. No, I'm not looking for a job. I'm not looking for one. It's other things that I'm doing. No, I'm not looking for a job. No, I had a job over 20 plus years, equaling up to 30 years, and so I've been out there in the work field, and shoes, like I tell you, I can brag on me if I can't brag on nobody else. I was always on time, and every day I was at my gig every day. I don't need nobody to brag on me because I can do that for myself because that's what I do. I worked every day, went to work every day, on time every day. And another thing, I fell in love with it. Matter of fact, fell in love with it. I'm trying to fall in love with the platform. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hello. Uh, how am I doing today? I'm gonna tell you what. I'm pretty hyped today. we having a conversation with those who are around you. They continue to want to pick your brains. You know what I mean? I'm a smart chick now. I ain't no I ain't no stupid broad. Okay, I'm a smart gal, and so they around you. They want to pick your brains. They want to know what you think about this, what's happening in today's world, and what's going on. But let me see what's up here. Hold on. Well, hello there, South Africa. All right, welcome to my platform. I am Brenda. I am happy that you're here. Hi, somebody else? Jasmine, hi. Somebody waving at me. Hello, hello. Come on in here. We can talk about this thing. Yeah, we can talk. Okay. Hi. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm just reading a couple of messages. I'm just reading a couple of things. Y'all telling me hello, where you from, South Africa. Hey, it's cool. A matter of fact, now we here in America. It's pretty hot out here. I am in Texas, and it is hot, and the temperature is up there. And you know what? I'm in the cool. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I went to work every day. I was in nice, cool air every day, and I went every day. I wasn't gonna work in no heat. I mean, look, I am not knocking anyone who has these factory jobs, you know. And another thing, they got air conditions in these factory jobs. They keep it cool. They keep it cool. I ain't the only one that worked in cool air. And right now, I'm at home. I'm in the cool air. I'm gonna be in the cool air. Yes. You're in India? What? You all are in the middle. Someone said they're in the middle of winter. Where is that, Jasper? Jasper? We are in the middle of our winter. Yeah, where's that? Well, if that be the case, you all are in the middle of winter. You all have had your summer and everything. So it's cold where you are. Is it ice? Yeah. Well, we're summer. We're here. We're in summer, and we have served our time with our winter, and we are full blown in our summer. I think June 21st was officially our summer. So we're here. Summer. Yes, we're here in our summer. Okay, let's see here. All right. Hello. Someone is telling me hello. Okay. Uh huh. Okay. What is it? Okay. Oh, okay then. Oh, y'all get cold, but not as cold as us in the winter. Okay, cool. Well, all right then. So I'm here on the platform, and I'm here to just go over some things. I was talking to someone, and they were talking about they looking for a job. They want a job. No, I am not looking for one. I'm serving my time with a gig. And matter of fact, being on the platform is all that because you're gonna have to perform some action. You're gonna have to do something. If you're out here, you're gonna have to make something happen for you yourself. And so that's why I kind of throw a little wisdom here and toss a little wisdom there, and with a little understanding and some things. And everybody, you know what? Everybody's not looking for the same thing. Oh yeah. So what's up? You better believe it. And guess what? I'm doing just that. I'm going for it. I'm retired. Matter of fact, I'm retired. I'm retired and coming to the platform on occasion because I'm out there doing some other things. It's making my day. Yeah, it's making my day because I remember the days when I really sweated and worked hard and had to be hustle and bustle, and you be late, you gonna get ridden up. It ain't no game. Same way, look, I don't play. YouTube is not a game. It's real. And another thing, and it's a communication. It's a communication media, and so you can communicate. You never know when the world might shut down. The world shut down. this is a good media to be on to communicate with family, friends, relatives, just the host of things. Let me see what they're saying. That's right. That's right. That's real. That's real. That's why I came. I came because I wanted to talk and I wanted to speak on various issues like you're talking about. That's right. YouTube is what's happening. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you another thing because I. Okay, let's see here. No, no, I'm not doing no harm. But what I want to say this here is that YouTube is a good media. It is a job. It's what you make it. You can advance yourself. Um, and like the young lady say, uh, the gentleman Jasper said that you can meet a lot of people, a lot of wonderful people like you're meeting me. You don't know, you know. I am 71 years old and I am simply retired. Okay, but I came a couple of years back because I had really lost my daughter. She was a young lady. She was 30 years old, and with this lymphoma, you can pass on. You get in that fourth stage, and it's just no hope. I mean, it's that's it. And so when I lost her, I went through. Yeah, that's true. I like what she said. You can experience. Uh, Jasper said. Jasper said that you can experience the world. Yeah, right here on YouTube. And so when I lost my daughter, I came here, and I was hunched by the Spirit to come on here and just talk about how I feel. Thank you. And so she was a young lady of 30 years old, and you just never know how life is gonna do because I was looking forward to her for being with me, through my senior years. I'm 71, and my baby, but I have her two young teens, and I thought she was going to be here with me, and mother and daughter, because we had a lot of fun when she was here. I spoiled her, and she grew up and she had her family. Oh, okay. He was 28. It's this year will be 6 years in her homegoing, her passing. It would be 6 years. It would be 6 years this year. And so I got her son, 18, and her daughter, 16, and those are my grandkids, and they're with me. And so I'm here because at first, they wanted to send me what to a specialist. I can talk it out, and I was going through depression and this and that. And I said, wait. I told my doctor, I said, wait a minute. I said, I want to talk this. I want to talk to a massive of people. I want to talk to a vast number of people, and because there's people here that has been through what I have gone through. That's true. Okay, so true. That was your son, 28 years old. Young, these young folks. You know what? These young folks, I mean, young, they're young, they're young. They leaving. They leaving early. And so I went through that, and I'm here now, and so and every year you got memories of when they left. What you say? See? Oh Lord, let me talk real with you all. I'm gonna be real with you people. I want to be real with you all. My dad's the same way, and so he was trying to save his coworker. God bless his heart. There's people in the world that cares about others, really and truly do. Yeah, my dad did it that morning. One morning my dad passed through. He was working. He was on his job. He was a merchant seaman, and he had came across the waters of from the third world country, coming to New York, And that morning, that great big old ship is a big, them big ships with all them loads of goods that they bring to the United States and stuff like that. There, they had those levels. They had those levels. He fell 60 feet because every 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way to 60, he fell. And not only that, a young man, 23, that morning, same thing. They both went together. They both. And so it's hard when you lose people you love. Yeah. And they want me to get on here. I mean, I wanted to come and I wanted to talk about how I felt, you know what I'm saying? To lose because, you know, uh, depression, you know what? Depression take different forms on different people. When it hits me, I lock up. I shut down. I shut down. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing to nobody. I don't talk about it. I'm shutting down. And see, my doctor know that. She know me. She been my doctor for years. And when you shut down, somebody need to say something to you. Somebody need to come to your rescue. And but I told her, I said, wait a minute now. Let me do this first. Let me. And I didn't tell her what I was going to do. And she now today she knows I'm out here on the platform every day doing my own thing, doing what I want to do. I have experience, I have gifts, I have skills, I have talent, I have experience, I have so much to offer. And well, how I'm feeling right now, people enjoy being around me, picking my brains, how I feel about this, what I think about that, how to handle this and how to handle that. And I can tell you, because when I tell you something, I'm not going to tell you something to harm yourself. I'm going to tell you something that, okay, I'm going to try to understand what you are saying, where you're coming from, and then I'm going to express how I think and how I view what you tell me. I mean, we got psychologists, we got psychiatrists, we got all that, but it ain't nothing like you and I together to express ourselves. Maybe I have something to share that you can relate to, that you feel more comfortable with me. Because let me tell you something, when you start dipping and dabbing into your medical insurance, you got to pay your doctors and your psychiatrists and your all these other, you know. But when you can, you know, one on one, you know, people know how you feel, what you come through. But then, you know, that they can see a positive in that, you know. Well, you know, maybe I need to slow it down. Maybe I need to stop, you know. But how I feel today is that people wants to pick my brain. People want to challenge me with conversations and you know how I feel about this here. You know what I mean? And you know, it's kind of like it's upsetting. You know, like um the part. And I'm talking about at the house. I'm talking about my people at my house. I ain't talking about. I'm not talking about you all. I'm not talking about you all. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the people at my house. Who wants to challenge me? You know what I'm saying? You know, who wants to challenge? Well, you know, this and that. I said, well, then what you want to do? You know, yeah, yeah, that's true. That's right. And I care for others because that's, you know what? And the reason why I care for others because I was in that healthcare field. I was in the healthcare industry. I was in the healthcare profession. I was amongst those who taken care. You know what? Somebody said that. Why they don't pay doctors who can start a heartbeat or even stop a heartbeat? Why they are not getting paid massive amount of money? You can go to these basketball games if you want, and you know, they make some money. But I don't know if I until you get in your private practice, you know what I'm saying? Then you kind of like blow up. You understand what I'm saying? But it just makes you wonder about it all. You understand? And so I've been in the healthcare field, and most of my people have been in the healthcare field. You know, LVN. I think my granddaughter, she's a nurse now. You know, my people are in that industry. You know, taking care of others. You know, And so here where I was in a dilemma where my loved one passed on, and so they wanted to send me to, someone to listen at me, someone to, and I, you know what, I already know how some of it goes. You sit there, you lay there on the couch, you just say how you feel and this and that. I can come to the media here, I can come to you all, and you know what, I believe this, that y'all gonna be honest with me. Now what is this? They're giving me some instructions, they're telling me something. Dream. Okay, let's see here. They were telling me something, y'all. When they tell me something, I got to figure it out. Can you believe that? That's, you know what? That's the hardest thing. It's just like a job. They give you work to do, and sometimes they explain it to you, and sometimes they won't. And you be saying, "Well, what is this?" And so, okay, uh, the weirdest something they said something about a dream. I don't even know. I don't even know. But anyway, as I was saying, there's those who want to pick my brains. Uh, I'm proud of myself. I'm very proud of me because I take time out for myself. I take time out for others, and when I come here, I'm not in a specific category of a Pacific field. Someone said something about I can't talk. Baby, when you 71 years old and you got falsies in, what do you think? When you got false teeth in, baby, sometimes you slur, your words don't come out like they should, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you're trying to get beyond, some of your words. But the thing about it is this here. You come to the platform, you let people know how you feel. I feel pretty good, right? Because I got up and I fixed my hair. I fixed my hair and everything. And I say, I'm going to come and I'm going to talk and, just share things, just share things about my world. And you all tell me about your world. And the young lady, the mom mentioned about her son, you go through things in life. And sometimes it takes longer than others to overcome, you know, because every year it comes back around and you remember, and you want to remember. It's not that you want to forget, you want to remember, and that's true. I like that. I like what you said. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna put your name down because I want to go look at your page. You got to have a page. You cannot come here and not have a page. So let me see. Where's my pen at? I had a pen and a piece of paper, and I should have came with my pencil. I got a pencil here. I don't know if this thing works. Cause I want to check you out. I want to check these pages out. Some of you guys come, and I want to go back and I want to view your page. I'm in my drawer here, and I want to you know what? I'm very happy that you did. I'm very glad you did, Father. And so I came here. Let me tell you something. I'll come and y'all get me pumped up, and I find myself staying here for about 3 hours, just talking and sharing stuff and you know what? I appreciate those who are beginners, and you know what? Um, I don't know how to say this, but I really love the beginner YouTubers. I go there and I thumb them up and I listen at them and I'll subscribe to their pages. And you know what? I figured it out. And I said, because I have a heart for people. There's people that advance, they got it going on YouTube. Well, they don't really need my thumb up, which they appreciate. But I like these newcomers who just getting started. and I want to encourage them to stay. And you are doing good. You are doing well. That's what I do. See, and so I have a preference, and no one knows it. I love the beginning creators, the newcomers, and so it's just special to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay then. Okay, all right, all right. Technology, but hey, work with it. It's coming along. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Yeah, technology. And you know what? And so someone want to bring to my attention, and and it kind of, like, I read through stuff and I say, oh, okay then. And someone say, you know what? That's AI. Like, I'm not aware. I know what's up, baby. To the fact that I love technology. Look, I'm 71. It's gonna take me to the moon, to the moon and back. Cause guess what? They're already going already. So, and that's just a figure of speech, to the moon and back. But they're already going. See, so me myself, I equip myself with understanding and learning new technology and what's going on with technology. I had, I take my time and take a look at my computer, but I brought myself up to speed, because I was doing other things. Look, when you are a grandparent, you got to cook, you got to wash. There's some things you got to do other than just be on the tube all day. But you know what? I noticed the tube would take me down. It'll happen. I do too. Same here. I love inspiring others. It is. It truly is. And you know what? I made a joke with my granddaughter, and I say, let's go to South Africa. What do you think about visiting Africa? We just didn't name specifically the place yet, but I asked my granddaughter that, and she was all for it. She said, "Yes, grandmother, we can go. Sure, I would love to go." I was just throwing something out there, trying to get an idea. Hey, we get the opportunity to travel. Where would we like to go? You know, what part of the world would we like to go first? And then we have a second and third choice. We're just having fun with a conversation. And he said, "Sure, grandmother, I would love to go to Africa." I said, "Well, what about?" I started naming a couple of places there in Africa. Is one of the seven continents of the world. So I was naming a couple of places there in Africa. She said, "Yeah, grandma, wherever you want to go, whichever country you want to go in, we'll go." I said, "Well, that's cool." Just get them pumped up, mind articulating, what they want to do. You said grandkids. Well, you know what? I have them too. Those are okay. Let's see. I'm getting a signal. I'm just getting a message. But anyway, I have. Let's see. I got about a dozen grandkids, and I have twins, and one of them is serving, and she's gone to the Navy, and these young people just doing all kinds of stuff. But no one wants to be on YouTube but me. I mean, well, the one that's 18 and I thought they were coming, And so next thing I knew, I was out here. I said, well, let me just come on, let me go. Somebody says awesome. Yeah, you know what? I got a lot of grandkids. I do. I have a lot of grandkids. But I have yeah, I have three sons, and I had one daughter, and my daughter passed. So I have her two kids, her son and her daughter, 16 and 18. So yeah. And so I have a lot of grandkids. And so they're on Instagram. They're on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, and then I ask family members of mine. I said, well, why don't y'all come on out here? And because I got a couple of barbers, they love cutting hair. I said, come on, won't y'all come on out here and show what y'all can do and this and that. And they shy away. And so my niece told me, the one who came for my birthday, I don't know if y'all seen that video, But she says she's a private person and she don't want to come. And I said, well, y'all need to get on out of here. Now my sister, my oldest sister, she come visit me. I get her out of here. She'll come. She real cool. She can go. She can go. She'll come. She's older than me, okay? And she'll come. So let's see here. Okay. So we have two for school. School holiday by US currently. Okay. Okay. So what are we saying? Batteries and what are we saying? What are we saying? You got two what? In school? You got two in school. Holidays. Okay. In school all for y'all? Y'all are not in school right now, are y'all? Anyone that's in school? Isn't it summer there? It's summer here in the US. So the kids out of school and they're enjoying their summer and everything. So they go to the swimming pool. You know, they got a swimming pool over here they go to. And so they're having a real blast. They're having a good time. So anyway, I'm going to tell y'all this here. I'm going to make y'all feel real good like y'all make me feel real good. You all have made my day. Yes. You made my day. I done came here and I done kind of, I kind of got the edge. I done taken the edge off my shoulders, just coming to talk and sit around and just seeing what's out there, And South Africa is in the house. I'm so glad that you're here, South Africa. I was talking about Africa just the other day, and I was telling my granddaughter, I said, "Hey, girl, we need to travel. Where would you like to go?" And I just threw that out there at her. She said, "Yes, Grandma, I love to go. I love to go." And so we got people in the airline industry. They fly all over the world and they do some things that they enjoy doing. And so I'll probably like to get one of them buddy passes. Give me a buddy pass. I'm bumming off someone else. Give me a buddy pass and see can I make me a move and travel, do a little traveling. But anyway, things is happening right now. Society and the world, what's going on. Sometimes it's just good to lay low and just enjoy yourself on the platform and do things of that sort because it's things going on in the world. You don't want to you want to stay in the you want to stay in the in the circle of safety. You don't want to go too far away from home. You want to stay safe. Stay safe and everything. And get on the media. Jump on the media. The media is cool. Jump on it. Find out what's up. I go all over the world on the media. I want to find out what's going on in these other places. I want to know what's going on, what's happening. I found a decent pen. Got 3 of them. And so I want to write some stuff down, see what's up. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here. Okay. I'm so glad y'all here. And so I just jumped on it and said, you know what? I'm going to get on here because you know what? I'm going to find something to say, And so I don't want to get too serious because I get too serious. I'm just a serious minded person, but I have to unwind. You have to, loosen up, not to be so serious about, about some things, but just be, just take it easy, just take it easy. And no, I'm gonna be doing some things. I'm trying to figure out some things right now I want to do. I'm not gonna no, I'm not looking for no job. I worked all them years. I am not looking for no job. I ain't trying. You know what? I ain't trying. I'm not trying to. After 20 plus years, I served my time. And so I'm out here on the media. This media is a job. Who don't think this is a job? I think it's a job. It's a well worth job. It's enjoyable. Come out here and just all the people from all over the world who just come and sit and hey, I can speak about the Word of God and how good he is and all that he has done for me in my life. And I don't think I would have made it without him. I don't think I would have made it without the Lord in my life. It's just some things that you need because I made a vow before I even got started with my 20 plus years. I said, I'm going. You got to do right by your job. I kicked it off. I said, I'm going to do right by my job. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, you know. But then once you leave the job, what I'm hearing, a lot of people talk about, because it was this and that and the other. Hey, hey, when you have to get up and, all right, thank you for coming. Jasper, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Love you. All right, you take care. All right, and you have the rest of your day a beautiful and wonderful day. Okay. Well, I'm finna chit chat some more. I'm find out what's up. Somebody gonna talk to me. Somebody gonna come in. Because there's Christians out here who wanna know where I stand with the Word of God and how He has blessed me and brought me through some things. And I'm gonna tell you, it's something else. Hmm. And I can tell you, be assured on that note that wherever you go, take him with you. Take the Spirit of God with you. That's it. Simple as that. Take him with you. You feel so much better. Because you know what? When I was young, it was amazing how my life was created. It was just that anything and everything I did, I would consult. I would consult uh, the word about, should I do this or should I do, don't do that. It's just I was always into the word about what I should and shouldn't be doing. I was more in the word then than I am now, which it's good to be in it more so ever today because, you know, to get things done in your life, you want to move around, you want to, do some things, and should I not? And what I should not do, I mean, working is a good thing. And coming to the platform, I'm going to tell you, that's the way I feel about it. This is a good gig right here. This is a good gig, to come and speak to you all and hey, let me know what's on your heart and mind. We talk about the issue, you know, because it's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one, and I'm not gonna say it like that because there's animal lovers out there, but it's more than one way to handle and do things. That's just a cliche, cliches. More than one way to skin a cat. Just a figure of speech. But that's not good to say it for your animal lovers, and I do love animals too. Yes, I do. I cannot wait to get, like here in my apartment. You can have your dog, but hey, this $300 fee and all this, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Hey, I'm used to having, you bring your dog home to your house and he run in the backyard, take care of himself, and then you run on back in the house. That's the way I see it, you know. And so, but if I had to go to work, where would I leave my dog all day? In the house? I don't know. I've never done that. Oh, okay. So here I am. It's been nice talking with you all. I really appreciate you all, being here. And so there were several things that was on my mind that I wanted to talk about. I remember like in my life I had um, things that I overcame by the word, studying the word. I overcame some things because it's clearly in your understanding of what you understand. Uh, Many times we go through things because we don't understand why we're going through this here. What caused it. What caused the situation, and you want to look into your life. Where you are and what you should be doing. And sometimes a lot of this stuff is wow, some financial situations. that the way these jobs, they're just not paying enough. They're just not paying enough. And it amazes me when I hear people who have gotten two and three and four jobs, like that wasn't me. I had to hold down one job because one was enough for me. Like, and if you skillful and talented, I say you got some skills and you got some talent to mix with that. You got two and three jobs. That's a lot. Unless they cut them hours, you do 4 hours over here and then 4 hours over there to make up a whole 8 hour day. Well, I can kind of understand that, but then, excuse me, you got the it's gas. It's more than the gas today. You ripping and running, and you got to get gas today. That's a lot. So, with that in mind, you got to know whether or not you want to do what you want to do. Is it worth doing? Is it worth your while? And it could be worth your while in doing what you want to do. Holding down two jobs, three jobs, because if that being so holding that number of you really got a purpose in mind. You got a goal and you got a purpose. You got to meet and you do it knowing that, okay, I'm going to meet this challenge. That's a challenge that you want to meet. And you want to make things happen. But I've always had one thing. I don't, and like you get off into your, what is that? Is people still selling Avon today? I think Avon is a big thing too. You know, Avon selling Avon. People love some Avon. Back in the day, I don't know. I don't, it's not too many representatives call or you know too many people who is doing Avon. But baby, Avon used to be the thing. You get into Avon, you selling this on a daily to a weekly, and people and they like those various scents that they have. And I mean, Avon went, you know what? That kind of gave me an idea. I want to check out Avon too. I want to find out what's up with them. Avon used to be the thing. You buy one, you get one free, and all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna check them out. I want to still see. They obviously they big business back in the day. I want to see if they still in operation. And I just thought about that. I want to check it out. I want to find out what's up with them. They got them and baby them fragrances and them soaps and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna jump on site. I'm gonna jump online and I'm gonna jump on the super highway. I'm gonna see what they got going on. Mhm. I'm gonna see what Avon got going on. People remember Avon back in the days? Yeah, back in the day, baby. Woo-wee. And I can name a couple of more other ones because I was out there with them. And but I'm gonna find out what's up with Avon. 'Cause, baby, people go for Avon. Uh-huh. And I don't know if anybody knows Stuart McGuire back in the day. Stuart McGuire used to sell shoes. Shout out to Stuart McGuire. uh, yeah, he used to buy, you can sell shoes. There'd be men's shoes, women's shoes. And they had nice shoes. I don't even know if they still in business today. But they was back in the day, Stuart McGuire, you know. But I'm gonna check out. Somebody asked me, "Am I looking for a job?" I don't know. I ain't really looking for no job, but I can do something. I can do something else I want to do. But YouTube got it going on too. They can make stuff happen too. So I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna write me a plan. I'm gonna write me another plan up. I already written a couple of plans. But I'm gonna write some more of them up and see what gives. See which direction I want to go in and take them. A lot of people into these sweatshirts. These sweaties and hoodies, and that's real cool. That's real cool because I had, excuse me, I had picked up a hoodie from someone on site, and I thought it was real cool and stuff like that there. But uh, and they wear them because I got a couple of hoodies around here, especially the young folks. They you got to get it every year. I mean, not throughout the year. you got 5 and 6 hoodies that you done got for these young people because they think it's cool. I think it is too. For you to put on a jacket, come up your head, and get on out there. I got nervous. I said, wait a minute, it's hot. Y'all can't go out there with no hoodie on. Take that off. They love to just cover up. I don't know. I think it's cool that you all covered up, from head, and then you got the rest of your jacket. I think it's real cool, and they love it. They love it. So um, I had gotten one hoodie jacket, and so I probably look forward to another one in the fall of the year. Not right now because it's summertime and doing some things like that there. But y'all just made me think about some stuff since I done came to the two. Was what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go on out there online and check out some stuff. But they were saying something about some other things that I wanted to look into. I'm gonna do just that. Okay. They give me all kinds of that's my notifications that they send things through and this and that, and baby, if I adhere to every notification, I'd be a dingbatter. I'd be ding ding. Ooh, all the stuff that they send through. But I'm glad. I'm glad that I came to the platform today, and it did me some good to come. Yeah, it did me some good to come because I wanted to come. And sometimes my hypertension, because I get excited. I come out here and I get excited to be out here with you all, and I'm saying like, um, it's so much be coming through. I'm saying, am I talking too fast? Am I talking too much? And so when you put in your interest, I can speak to your issues, if that's what you want to talk about. But I come out here, I can chit chat, and then, there's some other things that I'm gonna be doing later on. And so yeah, I do. I do consider I consider a YouTube oh, a job. Yeah, you know. I'm steady out here. I'm steady, content. I'm working it. I'm not. Once I get into it, I'm not the one to quit. I get tired. I'm gonna rest. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Rest, and then I'm gonna come back again, check it out, and find out what's up. A lot of new things, a lot of good things is happening out here that I see, and so y'all made me think about some stuff just being out here. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna check it out, find out what's going on. Things that and another thing, it, it's true. It is about this, but it ain't. It's about this. How would I say it? It's about this paper, but then at the same time, it's not about this paper. You got to prepare yourself to make this paper. Yeah, you got to. You have to prepare yourself to make this paper. You know, to get things done, what you want to do. And so this is what I'm saying. To continue on doing what I'm doing, and just come out here and sit a while. Sometimes I don't even want to say nothing. you know, they tell me, look, lady, you can say something. Just say. And sometimes I just don't want to say nothing. I never been. And another thing, they those who know me, I'll talk, but and coming. Let me say this. Excuse me. Coming from the healthcare industry, we have, our doctors and our nurses, and me myself, I came from finance, from the finance background of it, where there were things that I had to do and perform financially to make sure things was in order, that bills were being paid, and people wanted to know what their balances were. And so that wasn't too much of a conversation there, whether or not if the bill is not paid, well, maybe we don't have all what we need to put in the system to get your bill paid. But then your bill paid, all we need to do is tell you your balance. And baby, we made that day. That's all people want to hear is that bill paid. I know that's me. I want to know if that bill paid. If that bill is paid, I'm all right. Okay. Well, what's my portion? You have no portion to pay. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And that's good to know. So, but then I have stories in my life that things that I've encountered, and I talked about them, and stories that comes to my mind, that I'll tell you about. But there's times when I come. Let's see who's saying something. Well, hello there. Hi, how are you? Remember me? You all kick off that phrase with me with that. Remember me? No, make me remember you, and then I'll know for sure. Okay. All right. And okay, you saying hi? I'm saying hi back at you, but then you saying BW. Who's BW? Come on. And the last time that we was on here, we chit chat and and we talked. Now you want to come back and tell me, remember me? Make me remember you. What's up? What's up? Huh? What is up? Sorry. Okay. Okay, well, let me put you down. Go to your page and check you out for real. And then I will remember you. I'll keep you because I'm gonna be out here now. I'm gonna be out here. This ain't the end. This is the beginning. I'm gonna come back out here and find out what's up. They want me to come out here and do my thing, and I'm gonna find out what's going on with you all. Are y'all retired? Y'all retired like I'm retired? Y'all retired like me, and you just taking time out to scan through your phone? Because I'm gonna tell you something about me. I don't know whether they like it or not, but I love it. I love finding out what's up. I like going through the pages and finding out what's going on with others. It makes my day. I sit down. It's there those who I like and I love, and I watch them because they be on the travel move. They be on the go. Yeah, they be on the go. They ain't sitting still. And first chance I get, I ain't gonna sit still either. Sometimes in life you gotta wait your turn. Look, in life you gotta wait your turn, baby. Look, because you know what, you don't be out there for 20-something years plus 30, working, and you ain't on the move and on the go, baby. Let me tell you something. You be on the go so much, you be just Lord, if I could just get somewhere. Because you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. I was on the go so much when I was out there until my kids said, you know what, I just want to stay home. When we gonna stay home? Stay home. You see, now I can't help but stay at home because I got to, have to give me a ride and everything. Look, when you done had 5 and 6 cars in your life, and then you done ripped and ran, and you come on in here and you sit down, and you got to tell somebody. You got to tell you this was my life. I've had several cars. I've been out there traveling, backwards and forth. But now I'm ready. I'm ready to get in travel, show enough travel. See the world, see what's up. And so, the hustle and bustle, and after the 8 hours you spend there, the work job, and then you come home, you got to cook. then you check out movies, and next thing you know, you falling asleep. It'd be the next morning, you got to get them going and do the same thing over again. But each day is a different day, though. Different things that you do, yeah. And so this is what I did. And I haven't really got deep down into it like I want to get into it, and just say, some stuff that I went through and been through, and, some stuff I wasn't going to take. A lot that I did take. So it's a balance. It's a balance. It's a balance, it's a balance. Because I'm a very easy person to get along with, and I'm very easy to get along with. Who's calling? You know what? I'm not answering that phone. Throw my call. Off my platform. I'll call y'all back. Send a message. You gotta send a message right quick. Send your message right quick. All right, there you go. All right. I sent them a message. They can call me back later. Hmm. They can call me back later. So, yeah, in the run of a day, baby, really it's a lot that you be doing in the run of a day. And I'm gonna tell you about me. I really appreciate retirement. I really do. You don't really know how tired, and you know what? I don't even know if I'm speaking to retired folks, but I'm gonna say this: you don't know how tired you are until you can sit down and really rest. Because when you're a worker, you up and you going, you come back home, you're doing what you're doing, then you rest and you wake up. And this is, but when you can sit and you can reminisce, and you can take your time out and view and really smell the coffee, or even get you some roses and sit on the table, it makes a difference. Yeah, it truly does. It makes a difference that you can really sit and matter of fact, go to the flower store and pick you some roses out. You know, I haven't did half of the stuff I really want to do in my retirement. I mean, uh, you know what? Sometimes it's a matter of waiting. You wait to do some stuff. It's enough that I do already. I mean, um, I forgot I got my ecosystem on. The ecosystem is a whole little gadget. You got your time on it. Yeah, this is the ecosystem. I don't know if y'all got one. Everybody don't have one. Everybody don't know about the ecosystem. This is a real cool system here. You give your time, your music come, and there's those who do. But there was a time when I didn't know anything about this little gadget. Mhm. When I didn't know anything about this little gadget here, you can watch your Netflix movies on it. When you order, your order come across the screen telling you when it's coming. The ecosystem, your telephone. It's an amazing little gadget. It's like you got your movie on it. I remember the time. Well, I didn't know anything about like a little clock too. I didn't know anything about this little gadget. But right now, it's a lot of fun. Anything it can be sitting right in front of my face, and I can get it. I can go right to Netflix and watch a movie on it. Sure can. I can watch a movie on it. It's real nice. Because I remember when we had these little bitty televisions. You can put them in the kitchen, you can put them in the bathroom, but the TVs is what place was that you could go to get those little TVs? What was the name of that place? But you can go and get all your little electronics and stuff like that there, your little gadgets and stuff, gadgets. But I don't have to watch TV. Matter of fact, if the truth be told, I have taken the TV out of my bedroom. I am definitely getting me some rest now. I'm not watching TV. Now I shut my eyes. I don't wake up with all this noise in my head. Mm-mm. And I've heard some other people have done that. They don't sleep with TVs in their bedroom, and that's a good thing. But if that's what I remember, now this just happened to me. Just this week alone, I have taken the TV out the room, and it's a good thing because my head is clearer. I wake up focused, But and a lot of people do that. They got the TV on in the bedroom and they keep it on all night long, all night long. That was me. That was me. I would have the TV on all night long, going in my head, playing I'm asleep, and TV playing. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. But now I don't kind of, and it takes 30 days for a new habit to begin. So I'm looking for this new habit. And well, I got a TV in the living room. You got TV in your living room, and all. Now, I definitely like a TV in the kitchen when I'm in there cooking and stuff. I like a TV in the kitchen. It's a lot of fun to me. You got somebody in there with you. But I understand when you work and you want to be one and done. You want to cook with no interruption. You want to get done. Get finished. But and it's a blessing. I'm gonna tell you something. It's a blessing to be retired. I'm gonna tell you that it's truly a blessing because I don't want to really say it like this, but I'm gonna say it. I have to say it like this. There are those who didn't make it out. These people worked for years, and I don't know, and I don't want to be a bad news bear because you can make it out, okay? But there are those who work and was like my dad. He was like when he was doing his last run cross seas, and he was bringing back the goods, merchandise back to the U.S. And that's it. He didn't make it out. I'm grateful that I made it out. I'm truly grateful. It's a blessing. When you done worked all in many years, and now you done made it out, and you can talk. Now you can talk about it. I'm talking to y'all about it. I'm loving talking about it because I had no thought in mind. I had no, because that was, that's times when you work and you sick. Now today they tell you better not. Look, you sick, you can go home. Yeah, it's real. It's just like that. If you're ill, go home. Go home, get in the bed, go home and rest. And you got to make that day. You need that day. But it's real. It's real. But you need that rest too. So go home, take care of yourself, come back again. The job gonna be there. You got that at morning. It's gonna be there when you come back the next day. It's gonna be there. So it's so many. And what the thing about it, look, when business is business, and when it's time to work, it's time to work. But then when it was show and tell and good times, we had those times too. We really did. We had those times. And so and I got a good attitude about where I come from. My job, where I come from. I have a good attitude. I have a positive attitude. And you know why? Because let me tell you something. It was serious. Business is business. It was serious, okay? But when it was time to enjoy and relax and have a good time, it was allowed. It was allowed for to stretch your feet, and what, mingle with your coworkers, and what it was allowed. You know it wasn't all bad. But when it's time to get busy, let's get busy. Let's make this happen today. And don't mention when what is that? The end of the month. Got to do that. The end of the month deal. It was real. It was real time, baby. You had to be there. Yes, yes. And the inclement weather time, you have to be there. It's no excuse for you not to be there. And it's raining, cold, freezing, sleet, hail, or snow. You had to be there. And I was there. I was there. And I remember the time when I wasn't there. I was there. I was always there. And it might have been one time twice that I wasn't there. That was excuse. It was something that I couldn't help. But baby, the things I could help, I did. Okay? And it's a lot of people I meet like that. I mean, these people, I mean folks who have done 40, 45. What? Years? Yes, yes. It's people that, and working is, working keeps you going. And working is a good thing. Working is not a bad thing. Working is a pretty good thing. But you got, and there's people that travel. I just can't get, that ain't me. You got to travel miles to get to work. And there's people that does that. Those people are gifted in their own way and they don't even know it. They have to travel miles, outbound, coming inbound, going outbound. It's a wonder to me. All this stuff is amazing. Let me tell you something. I went cross town when mine was coming up, going way across town, then had to come back across town to go to work. Let me tell you something. The half hadn't been told. The half had not been told. And people do this every day on a daily. And really, and on the real, I don't think nothing of it because that's part of their lives. And I really didn't think nothing. I didn't think nothing of it either. I didn't think nothing of it. But when I got a chance to sit down and really think about how far that I came, and how God kept me through all of that. And on the real, I don't remember having one accident. Now, the accident that I did have, my car was parked. My car was parked, and they ran into my car. They backed up into my car. And what they said, they left a note. Can you believe that? Somebody that generous and kind to leave a note to say, I hit your car, whatever it is, let me know. You don't find that every day. That story is that's not the norm. If people hit your car and see if they can get away with it. Oh Lord have mercy, people can hit your car and see if they can get away with it, but they left me a note and they taking care of it. So that was all good. I don't think I don't recall hitting anyone's car and doing that. I don't remember that at all. No, it's just some things you don't do. And that's what you are supposed to do. You hit somebody's car, you're supposed to leave some information there for them to be in contact. People will respect. There's too much road rage on the freeway today. It's too much road rage. Oh Lord, I'm getting tired now. I'm getting poop to do, and I'm so glad that I came to talk. But I think I'm getting a little tired now. I'm getting a little exhausted. So, and it's good for me to come now. It's good for me to come. It's good for me to talk and to be expressive. And so I came. And so I'm glad you all was here to meet me and greet me here. I appreciate that so much. And so and you know what? I can sit a while and go another hour. But I'm just gonna chill. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chill. Allow me to chill, and I'll get the opportunity to come back and we'll talk. Whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever we talk about it. You know what I mean? This is what we do. We say what we need to say, and be kind and courteous to one another. And doggone it, doggone it, somebody said I'm not tough enough. I'm not mean enough. That's what they're saying about it. This is what they're saying about it. They're saying I'm not mean enough. I gotta get mean, girl. You gotta get tough. I say, what does it take all that? Does it have to take all that? I don't think it has to take all that. I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be anyhow. But I don't ruffle my feathers, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. So I am happy that you came. I'm finna get ready to go because it's still early to me. And to me it's nap time. You can take me a good sweet nap. That's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take me a nap. I'm gonna rest myself. You all can go ahead and flip through the pages, through the tube, find out what's up. But I'm taking me a nap. It's my nap time now. But I'm gonna come again, and I'm trying to tone it down and make my quick exit. But I'm not gonna be too fast on making this exit. But I say to you all to be blessed today. It's just wonderful to be here, because you know what? So many people are not here today, but we're here, and we're here for one another. And I hope you all come again, and I hope you all have something to share, like the young lady, the individual shared to me about their loss, and I shared about my loss, you know, and some things, that serenity prayer, Lord, grant me the things that I'm not saying it verbatim or quoting it exactly, but the things that I can change the things I can, but give me the understanding and the wisdom to know the difference. So that's what we need. We need that. So okay, thank you. And so I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go get me some rest. I'm sleepy now. I'm sleepy, and God bless you. And what I'm gonna do, I'll probably be back this evening. If my day go all well and I get this nap in, I get this nap in, I'm coming back again. So I love you all. You all be blessed. Stay sweet. Stay kind. Stay loving. You don't have to get no meaner, no tougher than what you are if you don't have to be. You don't have to come out of your character to straighten out somebody else's act. Because They want you to be mean and tough. I don't want to be mean. I don't have to be mean. I can be myself. So you all take care and y'all be blessed. Love you.